Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Carl from Technical Goodies, and today we are looking at the Yottamaster 2.5-inch hard drive enclosure. So if you've watched any videos on my channel, you know that I am a huge fan of hard drive enclosures. I've always stated that what I feel is that if you get yourself a hard drive enclosure, it gives you a lot more freedom and a lot more flexibility when it comes to external hard drives. Now, you can go out and buy yourself an external SSD, and that's fine. A lot of people do that. But what you are at that point is you are stuck with that external SSD. But if you have a 2.5-inch enclosure, that allows you basically to take one hard drive out like this, which is an SSD drive, toss in an HDD drive to get something off of it, put the SSD drive back in, and now you have a flexible way to manage your storage. So let's go ahead and open this and test it out. So in this box, you have obviously the obligatory manual, which I'll go ahead and set over to the side here. You do have a standard connection cable here, which has this standard. It's like I think I'm like a micro B USB to a USB A 3.0. So this particular enclosure is capable up to 5 gigabit per second transfer rate. And that's because of the USB 3.0 connector that you have right here. Based on what you hook it up to on your computer, you'll either get that speed or get something slower. But it's very simple. You just kind of connect this micro USB B to the Yottamaster drive. And the simplest part about this on all these is that they typically have a tool-free way to pop open the drive. In this particular case, it comes with a little pad right here that you can pull off. And typically they'll want you to put it right here. And that sort of just pads the drive while you're using it. Okay. So the very simple process is you take your SSD drive and you're going to want to pop it in here, slide it right into the connector, push it down, put the top back on, click it in, and you're all set. You now have an external SSD drive that is capable of moving from computer to computer and storing all your files. I use this a lot of times when I'm in the recording studio here and I want to be able to basically plug in. And that's, by the way, this is one of the Yottamaster USB hubs. I have a video that I'll link right up here for you to take a look at if you're interested in looking at their docking stations, actually. So once you plug this in, now you're good to go. You have access to this. Okay, once I transfer the file out, I'll take this out of here, take it to my other computer, which is my editing computer, plug it in there, and I'm good to go. Now, again, going back to why I think a 2.5 hard drive enclosure is very important is the fact that I have, let's say I've recently worked, you can see this is my buddy's laptop hard drive for my buddy Rod. It's his old Dell laptop, and this is a hard drive that I've held on to because I redid his computer for him, and he said he didn't need anything off of here, but who knows? At some point in time, he might say, hey, you know, I have a few documents on that old hard drive. Do you still have it? I say, yes, sir, I do. I pop open the case here, take out the SSD drive, pop in his old HDD, close it up, and just like that, I can now plug this into his computer and get any files off of it that he might need. Now, I find that extremely important because there's been so many times where I'm like, oh no, I need a file off that old hard drive. I don't want to have to open up my computer, find a SATA connector, find a power connector, hook it all up just to get one file off. In order to just get one file or 20 files off of this hard drive, I just hook it up right here and I'm good to go. If I feel like using any of the number of older hard drives, HDDs, that I've taken out of laptops that don't have information on them, I can use them for external backup storage, right? So if this is, let's say this is 256, I can put stuff on here, take it out, put it in a nice storage location, put my SSD back in, which is my daily transfer drive, plug it back up, and I'm good to go. So as far as the Yottamaster device here itself, I think it's very important to note that this is really well made, really easy to mess around with, really easy to pop open this lid, really easy to pull out the drives and put this lid back on. I think it's very important when it comes to drive speed that it is a 5 gigabit per second. This particular SSD is a 520 megabit per second transfer speed. So that's plenty enough to be able to transfer at the max speed of this based on the computer that I'm on. Another very important thing to note about these external SSD enclosures is that along with the flexibility of just being able to pop in whatever hard drive you want to use, you can definitely use something like this on your iPhone. You can use it on your iPad. You can use it on your Mac. You can use it on your PC. For iPhone and iPad, you will need some sort of adapter. You would need, for an iPad Pro, you need a USB media adapter that allows you to basically use USB devices. But once you do that, it shows up in the Files app as an external hard drive. You can copy stuff from there all the time. I used to use my phone as my main camera, and that's how I would transfer all my files from my phone, all the video files from my phone to here to my editing computer. So yeah, I think so far, this Yottamaster 2.5 inch hard drive enclosure is awesome. One thing to note specifically about this drive is it does support up to a 4 terabyte drive. I think it's important to note that when you have SSD drives, let me pull this one back out here. The smaller, this one's 256 gig. When you get up into the 5, 6, 7 terabyte drive sizes, this thickness here tends to increase. And once that thickness increases, it no longer fits within this particular hard drive enclosure. So again, you're only going to want to max out 4 terabytes here. But if you want to have multiple drives, you can switch between them. And don't forget, when it comes to any of these sort of hard drive enclosures, it has a really wide range of compatibility. You can connect it to a laptop, to a TV, Xbox, PS5, PS4, PS3, making it a really good choice for expanding whatever storage on any device you want. And needless to say, for $10 or less. If you go buy yourself an external SSD, you're paying $100, $200, depending on the size. Get this here device for $10. Take any of your old drives, make sure you start to use them. I've got a ton of these sitting around, and I go ahead and toss them in here every once in a while, back up some of my information, and just make sure I have a duplicate backups of it. I hate losing my stuff, and why should I have to when I've got this opportunity right here? So again, this is the Yottamaster 2.5 inch hard drive enclosure. I will put a link down below. It comes in black, white, pink, or blue. I think it's an awesome choice for a hard drive enclosure if you're interested. And and I'll tell you what, if this video helped you out make a decision, or it helped you out in any way, toss a like down below. I really appreciate it. It does help. I'd love to see you subscribe. I'd love to see you back. Like I said, I always just invite people to my desk, look at cool gadgets, cool stuff, try them out and see how they work and see if they're worth our money. So again, thank you so much for watching. And this is Carl from Techful Goodies, and I'm out.